Normally here at RC Truck Stop, we like to go over all the features in our video reviews and then show the truck being tested so you can see firsthand how it performs. This time, it's a unique vehicle for us. We're doing things a little bit different. Check out all the action, see how the vehicle works, and then make sure you watch the end of the video as we go over the features and then explain why we reviewed this buggy. Okay, you've seen how Axial's EXO Terra Buggy performs, and it does really well off-road, but you may be wondering why we reviewed it at RC Truck Stop, an RC truck site. Well, one of the main reasons is pretty simple. Axial designed this vehicle to be an entry into the short course segment, which is decidedly a predominantly truck segment. It's our audience. We also knew there'd be tremendous crossover. People who are fans of short course trucks would be fans of this buggy. They're almost one and the same. They're definitely very close cousins. So we reviewed it, but it also goes a lot deeper than that. One of the reasons we reviewed it, we'll get to after we go through all the features and give you a quick look at what makes this buggy tick. The EXO is pretty much a fantasy model of a four-seater dune buggy or big boy toy. Now, Axial deviated from what would be considered reality by making it four-wheel drive, so you could have the performance, and that's where it becomes kind of a fantasy machine. The real ones are two-wheel drive, this one's four-wheel drive, but it really increases the amount of traction and the amount of fun you can have with the vehicle. But we really didn't reserve or hold back when beating on this vehicle. The reason being, one, we wanted to test it and give it a thorough test that you could rely on, but also because the main backbone or chassis plate is a pretty stout 4mm thick aluminum plate. Now that's definitely a lot beefier than we would have expected. Now Axial is well known for its scale creations, and the EXO is really no different. The body is very detailed and looks just like what you'd expect a real four-seater to look like, but also the tires are scale models and very realistic. Now I could tell you during testing, and you could read it in the full review at RC Truck Stop, but the tires had an exceptional amount of grip. I was really surprised for a ready-to-run tire. This is a review of the ready-to-run version. There is a kit version. But back to the ready-to-run, I was really surprised how much grip the stock tires have. Most RTRs don't. These had a tremendous amount of side grip, and I was racing it on a track that is well known for being fairly slippery, especially when completely unwatered. Now, because this is the RTR ready-to-run, it comes completely assembled, of course, and it comes with all the electronics installed. You do have to supply your own battery. I used the maxamps.com, actually a couple of different maxamps.com batteries during testing. One 2S, and then one 3S. Both were around 5,000 milliamps. The Vanguard 2900 kV brushless motor is a sensorless design. There's no sensor wire, but it worked extremely well during testing. I tested it with both 2S and 3S and had no problems whatsoever. No overheating, and I was running it during very hot summer temps, about 85 and close to 90 degree temps in direct sunlight. No overheating. I did blow out the stock plastic gear servo, but that was the easy fix and pretty typical of RTRs. Alright, again, the basic features of the EXO Terra Buggy. This is the RTR version. It comes completely assembled with all electronics installed. You have to supply a charger and a battery of your choice. It's a scale vehicle. It's four-wheel drive, all shaft driven, with sealed differentials, front, center, and rear differentials, very much like an 8-scale buggy or truggy. Now, the footprint is exactly the same as the typical short course truck, which brings us into, again, a major reason why we reviewed this vehicle. This here is the real reason we reviewed the EXO Terra Buggy. It is loaded with truck DNA. When we saw this, we checked out some of the dimensions, we instantly saw that it could be turned into the EXO SC, a short course truck. The wheelbase and width are spot on, but also it has a great foundation to be a monster truck, and that's what we're going to do with it. We're going to build an EXO MT. So we've roughly, really quick mock-up, put on some Proline Master 2000 tires, some rims we have laying around, and an old Proline body. Now these aren't the parts we're necessarily going to use, but this gives you a general idea how this could easily be converted into a truck. Now all we have to do is we're going to fabricate a rear shock tower or use one of the front shock towers and just run the same size shocks at all four corners. And then we just have to add body mounts, and that's it. It's a really quick conversion because, again, it's just loaded with truck type design. So first up from us, you're going to see the EXO MT. We'll do a video showing how we built it and how it performs, and then maybe later on down the road we'll convert this into a four-wheel drive EXO SC short course racer.